Welcome to Level 2, where I will be discussing how does my media product engages with the audience and how it will be distributed as a real media text. Let's start with how does my film attract and maintains interest. Since the genre of the film is science fiction, my audience will have certain expectations such as the presence of a unique universe, futuristic technology, and a logically constructed conflict. This means that my product has to follow those conventions in order to achieve success, to be distinguished, and to be appealing to the audience. To do that, from the beginning of the film, I specify the genre immediately, right in the opening scene where I introduce the futuristic technological device and the dystopian setting. Those elements are easy to recognize for the general audience, as well as they are captivating, which makes the audience intrigued and interested in watching. Another way of how my product engages with the audience is through compelling narrative with relatable characters. The research shows that mostly the target audience for sci-fi films is young adults aged 18 to 44 years old who enjoy fiction, special effects, and complex narratives. The range is quite broad, however, it allows the product to wider the themes covered. My product contains many different aspects through which the wider range of audience can be covered, along with a strong conflict of moral and ethical dilemma of the main character in which he has to decide whether he has the right to save someone who doesn't want to be saved. My film also has cultural and social relevance to our world, as it discusses current issues such as climate change. One of the main conflicts in my film is man versus environment, where the group of scientists has to find a way to change the past in order to prevent ecological destruction in the future. Furthermore, the story keeps the audience engaged through a thrilling story arc, which includes a sudden plot twist when the scientists realize that the method they found is only a temporary solution to the problem, and therefore the humanity is still at risk of extinction. This becomes the point of no return, allowing the audience to discuss personal opinions on the topic and how they would react in such a situation, as well as this process will bring a storm of various emotions. Developing the aspect of emotions, according to sociologists, humans are at constant need of experiencing different feelings, and my product satisfies those needs. From the mystery around the dystopian setting to the excitement of new technologies and to the despair after the plot twist. One particular storyline I want to point out is the relationship between Eskener and Thaluna. Their small and accurate storyline does not bring strong feelings of passion to what the audience is used to. However, it shows the importance of a deeper understanding of the partner as well as the idea of devotion in love. I feel that in modern films, love lines are added just for the sake of it. This love is usually a performance that looks fake and folly. In my product, I want to show the audience the beauty and purity of love and connections between real people, which does not have to be based on strong physical contact, rather on deep emotional connection. Switching to the second part of the question about how my media product would be distributed as a real media text, I have to mention again that the target audience for sci-fi films is people aged 18 to 44, which means that the distribution strategy has to cover a wide range of audiences and a wide geographical area. The most conventional and convenient method is the traditional cinema release through various distribution companies. For example, Universal Pictures is a successful company that released famous sci-fi films such as Back to the Future and Jurassic Park. Another example is Legendary Entertainment, with their films Dune, Interstellar. I understand that in modern days, my target demographic prefers theaters less and less with each year because of the availability of streaming platforms. However, to my personal producer's preferences, I believe that theatrical distribution is essential for my product. The main reason is that the experience of a physical presence in a theater is more suitable for sci-fi films, as there is an opportunity for such features as IMAX, 3D, or 4D, which allows a deeper immersion into the universe of the film and so engages with the audience more. Additional methods of distribution of my media product that are more suitable for a low-budget production like mine would be to send the film to various festivals and competitions where my product could build recognition and potentially find an independent distribution company. My personal preference would be to release my product through the company A24. Returning to festivals for science fiction films, there are several options popular among fans and professionals, which include Fantastic Fest, Sundance, and Toronto After Dark. Moving to the easiest and most cost-effective way of distribution, I would consider the initial distribution of the film through the streaming platforms such as YouTube. This platform can ensure global access and the opportunity for monetization, which is essential for independent film producers. The last way of distribution that I find the most engaging is to release the product through DVD. Limited physical release, perhaps in the uniquely styled gift box, is a treasure for all sci-fi enthusiasts and collectors longing for nostalgia of old science fiction films. Overall, all, engagement with the audience is interconnected with the distribution strategies, and so to ensure the product's commercial success, the producer has to pay close attention to both of those factors, considering the genre conventions and the audience expectations.